What's going on, guys? Today's video, I want to teach you guys how I edit my wedding videos, my travel film, music videos, or any montage that I want to make that involves a lot of clips at one time. I want to teach you guys how to have an organized timeline on Sony Premiere Pro CC when it comes to having a whole bunch of clips in one timeline, because when you have a whole bunch of clips, you want to go through all of them and pick the best ones that you want to use. But then when you put all of those clips on the bottom timeline, you have no room to work with when you're trying to put it all together. And when you do, you're like dragging down, then you're dragging all these other clips to the side as you place more. That's what I started doing in the beginning, but I have an easier, more organized and efficient way on how to edit and have a timeline to accommodate all these other clips you have going on. So let's go ahead and jump on the desktop to Sony Premiere Pro CC, and I will show you guys how I do it. So here we are on my desktop. When you have your Premiere Pro CC up, you want to create a new project file, title it whatever you want. I'm going to do a tutorial, whatever you want to call it. Now, when I do my projects, I always like to put my my saved file either on the desktop itself or in a separate folder, so I can relocate it and delete any files that I don't need, because it has hidden files in your computer that takes up a lot of space. So browse, pick wherever you want to save it so that you can delete it later or save it somewhere else. But I'm gonna go ahead and save it to my desktop. Once you do that, you hit OK, and it's gonna pop up a brand new project, and we're going to import. I did a recent wedding, so we're going to go ahead and go to the videos. We're just going to do, I don't know, we'll just say portraits, okay? And we're just going to grab a couple clips so I can show you guys what I mean. So when you import the clips onto Premiere Pro as it is loading, so now you have all these clips imported, right? So, you know, you can create a new sequence, but for the sake of the video, I'm just going to drag and drop. So this is how I edit all of my clips when it comes to highlight reels, weddings, music videos, whatever the case may be. I will go through each individual clip, right? So let's say I'm going through this clip and I'm like, okay, that's a great shot. I want to keep that in, and then I want to stop right here, right? So then you drag it, drop down to the timeline. Bada bing, you have your first video. So for the sake of it, let's just act like we really love these clips, okay? I don't know why this is zoomed out so much. Okay, so whoops, I made that smaller. So then we'll just go here, we'll do this, and I'm gonna fast forward the video until I have a full timeline. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and copy and duplicate all of this, right? Because we know how to get all these clips onto our timeline, because that's what we do as videographers and editors. We have a whole bunch of clips on our timeline, and they just seem impossible to organize, right? So this is what happens. When I would edit back in the day, I would have all these clips, and I have all the clips that I want to use throughout the video, but now I'm like, okay, how am I supposed to edit it? So I would drag all the ones on the side, and I would go through and say, oh, I love this clip, right? And then I'll drag it down here, and then I got to move all this over, and then drag it way down there, and just make room. And it's so inefficient, right? It takes up so much time. So I want to show you guys how to bypass that, how to have an organized timeline. So over here, you know, you have all your clips over here, and so now you're ready to edit. You're ready to put the clips together and make a full video. So what you want to do is go to your sequence, and then you're going to go ahead and duplicate this sequence, right? And then you're going to rename it. So I usually rename this one like, where is it? First off, I got to find it. Okay, so I'll rename this one like footage, right? You can name it whatever you want, but I do footage. And then you're going to double click that sequence that you created. So now you have footage, okay? Forget footage, we got footage. So we got footage, and then we got our master sequence over here. So you're gonna grab the footage, okay, the footage sequence right here. You're gonna drag it down. You're gonna hold drag until you see the bottom layer turn purple right here. You don't wanna go way down here because it's gonna open up a whole new screen. You wanna stay in this little box area and just go down to where it's highlighted purple. You let go. Now that you let go, you have two like master sequences going on here. So I will go ahead and delete everything in this sequence, because this is going to be the timeline that I actually put my video together. And now this one are the clips that I want to use on my master timeline up here. So if I want to use this clip to start off, all I got to do is drag and drop. And the cool thing is, it still keeps that clip down here. So that clip is still here. It's just going to copy one and bring it up to your master sequence up here. So now, you know, you can drag, drop, you can drag and drop all the clips you want to make the timeline Okay, I don't know why this one isn't dragging and dropping. There we go, I wasn't clicking it. And then we're gonna grab this one, we're gonna drag and drop, and then, you know, you can start creating your video up here. And when you play the top layer, the bottom layer is frozen. You wanna go to the bottom layer, you can see with the clips on the bottom layer. So this timeline saves you so much time when it comes to editing, because, you know, if you used, let's say you used this clip, and you want to remember that you already used it, you don't want to reuse it up here, then you can just go ahead and right click and just hit enable, and that way it like disables that clip. So you're like, oh, I already used that one, on to the next one. I do that sometimes I don't, because I kind of remember the clips that I have used and have not used. But this saves you so much time when you are editing. So that's a quick tutorial on how I edit all my clips when I have a whole bunch of clips I have to go through. This will save you a lot of time, a lot of heartache, and a lot of frustration. Trust me, guys. I love editing now because of this. So anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to keep up to date with some tutorials, some videos I make, and all that good stuff. Hit a like if I helped you out. Feel free to comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.